everybody. This video is going to provide you screen-by-screen instructions and a demonstration for the very first time you'll be logging into the new online banking site. I'll be logging into a fake account we created in order to show you the step-by-step of how it works and how it looks. The username you'll be using to log in is the account number that you have been using to log into the current online banking site. It is a 6-digit number. Some people may have alternative logins that they created with the current online banking. Those will no longer work, so you will need to use this 6-digit number. There'll be an email coming out to anybody who has an alternate login in the next few weeks providing you with that number in case you don't remember it anymore. So anybody who currently uses online banking, you'll just use that same number. So I'm going to type that in here for my fake test account. Now the next thing is the password. The password you'll be prompted to change it eventually in order to get into the new system. However, the first time you log in, you will use the password you are currently using for online banking. And if you don't remember it for some reason, you can always just hit forgot username or password and go through the steps that way. It'll be the same process as how I'm going to show you here. It'll just get you in a little bit of a roundabout way in order to verify your identity. So what I'm going to do is type in the password that I had been using for the old online banking. The next thing you will get is this screen. This is a step that you will need to complete this very first time, and anytime you need to reset your password. It's a security step in order to verify who you are and that it's actually your account. So what you'll need to do is type in your actual account number. It can be either your checking or your savings or any account number that you have on file with the bank. This is not the 6-digit login number. This is an actual account number which appears on your check blanks. It's a longer digit. Checkings usually end in 01, savings with 10, etc. So you'll enter that number here, any of your account numbers with the bank. In the next drop down, you will pick if it's a checking, savings, or what number you entered that it's affiliated with. You'll then have to enter your social security number and your zip code, and then you will just simply hit verify. And then you will come up with this page. This is a new security measure, and you will need to complete it every time you log in on a new device. So say you use the same computer every time to log in. If you're the only one logging into online banking on that computer, you will only need to complete this the very first time. It just proves that it's actually you. It uses the information we have on file for you in order to verify your identity. So what you'll do is you're going to select a delivery preference. So I'm going to use my cell phone number, and then you're going to select what kind of message you would like to receive. So since I used a phone number, I could either get a voice message or a text message. I'm going to choose the text message. You can also choose emails because your email should be in here if we have it on file. And then you would simply hit email address or email message, and the code will be sent there. But I'm going to do text, so I'm going to hit submit here. I'm going to check my phone now, and I will be getting a code here in a second. All right, I just got it. So it is, there's the code. Then I'm going to hit submit. Now, since I've already been in here, it did not have me change my password. If this is actually your first time going in, you will need to change that password. Like I said, it'll give you instructions on the screen of how to do that. It's a pretty simple process. So that last step we did is just an extra security measure that was implemented in order to prove that it's you. And like I said, you will only need to do that on a new device. So say you use it on your computer all the time, you did it the first time. You shouldn't have to do it again going forward unless somebody else logs in after you, then it'll when you try to log back in, you'll have to do it again for yourself. If you're traveling and maybe you use a computer at a hotel, you will have to do it there again, just to prove that it's actually you trying to access your accounts. So it's a nice feature to have, and that was the biggest reason we wanted to collect and make sure we had everybody's phone numbers and email addresses on file and up to date. So you guys will be able to complete that step, hopefully flawlessly. So it's a pretty simple process. Like I said, you're going to use that 6-digit Cavion number we always called it as your username. Like I said, any alternate logins will no longer work. You will be receiving an email in the next few weeks with your actual number, just in case that those alternate logins forgot it. If you missed the email for some reason, don't be afraid to give the bank a call. We can provide you with that number. That'll be your number forever going forward, so you'll need to memorize that or write it down. And then, like I said as well, your password that you already used for online banking, if you remember that, that is what you will use the very first time you go in. And then it'll ask you to change it before you get in. And on the screen now, it'll give you the exact qualifications your password needs, such as a capital, what symbols you can and can't use, how many. So it's a little more simplistic than the previous version. If you have any other questions, don't be afraid to give the bank a call.